most of us Liberians are from the poor background.
Okay.
It's even a dream to see myself in India because the income of my parents cannot even get me a plane ticket. But what I know, they settled there and they started cooking the Swiss food. Liberians started to smell and they could not taste the food every time. So I say, this one is smell, no taste.
We have seen videos over YouTube, over the internet. The costume, the palm costume, it's like the tree structure, and there's no one inside. Is there any black magic? Is there any supernatural powers inside the costume? But what's the reality? You must be knowing that.
The reality is, and you said something I did not understand.
Okay.
I would say,
Eh?
eh.
Look, David, share me the truth. Indian girls, Odia girls are more beautiful, or African girls are more beautiful?
There is this popular saying that the beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Hey, bhai, bhalo acho to? Kaun khabar?
Hey bros, come kocho. Bus.
नमस्कार जय जगन्नाथ समस्तଙ୍କୁ पॉडकास्ट विथ किट स्टूडेंट डेविड यार पार्ट 2 को द्वितीय अध्याय को द्वितीय भाग को आपण समस्त को अनेक अनेक स्वागत। भाग एक आपण माने बहुत मात्रा रे देखिचंती यार शॉर्ट्स बहुत मात्रा रे आपण पसंद करिसंती। द्वितीय भाग रे आउरी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कथा अछि अफ्रीका विषय जानिया पई अंको देश विषय जानिया पई स्टार्ट करिवा। Sharing with my audience that polygamy is practiced in Africa and also in West Africa and Liberia.
It depends on the pattern of culture you follow.
Okay.
And I like to say our culture, they are being respected and there are boundaries.
Okay.
All right. So according to the Constitution, if you follow the traditional method of marriage where you go and pay dowry and other things.
You go for a dowry system?
Yes.
What you demand in dowry? Cattle?
Well,
Sheep? Goat?
well, the direct payment, it goes like you get to the woman parents' home.
Okay.
And the uncles are there and your people also there. For the $8
Okay.
that have been paid as dowry.
Okay.
Then you have what you call cola nut. And cola nut has been exchanged and it's been broken. And they have their traditional display.
Your uncles have married how many wives?
In my family, just one.
One, only one?
Yes. So what happened is that traditionally, if they just do direct payment and move on, they are legally married. But if it is at that status, the man is eligible of getting another woman. But if it goes the European kind of marriage where there will be like certificate provided and the national government knows about your wedding and what have you. Yes, that is restricted. You will not just have another woman, but just to your partner.
Okay.
So there is a polygamy system. Again, there are others that do not go for the marriage aspect, especially for those in the rural parts. Majority of them do not get married, but if they live together for years, have kids,
Okay.
and then also bring another wife in, and there is this mutual agreement. Some men have 3-4 wives at the same place.
Have you seen them?
Yes.
3-4 wives under the same roof.
On the same roof.
So how they maintain them?
Well, there is this system where
They sleep together
well
in a king size bed?
no, there is a whole house
Okay.
or 2-3 houses
Okay.
that the women are doing various areas.
Okay.
And there is this, for example, there are 6-7 days in a week.
Okay.
The man will sleep here one day, maybe Monday to wife A,
Okay.
Tuesday to another wife, just a rotational.
Circulation, eh?
Yes,
You need a lot of stamina for all these wives, right?
they have those things. For me, I'm not experiencing it.
So how many wives have you planned in future?
Well,
Tell me frankly.
No, I'm telling you frankly, I want to have a basis, right? Sometimes you find your father
Okay.
like smoking,
Okay.
and then you grow up,
Okay.
the desire is yours.
Huh.
When you have read about that, you think is necessary. You say, "I'll follow my father footstep." When you read about it, you think it is not good for the health. You say, "No, I'm not going that direction." So the book is there that if you want to marry 2 3 wives, you have read the consequences and what have you, and also looking at your background, Christian background. Our Christian background requires that you have one wife,
Okay.
one man, one woman.
What's your age right now?
Well, I'm a little over 30.
30.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So I have a partner,
Okay.
although we have not getting married.
You have a girlfriend, right?
Yeah, so
What's her name?
her name is beautiful Miss Pauline Jala.
Hi, Miss Polly Jala. Just share this podcast in Liberia. Ankit Mohapatra Diaries subscribe to. I have put the subtitles, and he has rated 7 for my English.
And the good news is she comes from the Loma background.
Uh,
And I told you the characteristics of the Loma people.
Polly knows you're here right now.
Yes, she knows.
What you told Polly?
I'm coming for podcast,
Okay.
and one of my friends have told me to have a podcast with him on his channel. And not only Pauline, my family members, my lecturers that are here,
What was the reaction?
they said, "Yes, we are waiting and we want to see you."
Okay.
So just imagine the first drama that were performed when I sent that, they were excited.
Okay.
And so I think it is something good that they want to see.
Well, David, I should ask you another thing. A few days before, I was watching a Hindi blog, Indian blog. You know blogs?
Yeah, block. I know.
People travel countries and they record their blogs. So, a blogger shared in Hindi, people in Liberia are very poor. The GDP is low. It's around 590 per capita. You have a GDP around 600 per capita, US dollar per capita. The thing is that your mindset is not that you should grow, that you have a different mindset. Like as a tourist from India, you visit Liberia or West Africa. These people charge you more. They cheat you. Is that the real scenario? Because what he was sharing the video, like he was interested to travel 15 kilometers. And for 15 kilometers, you people charge them $6. And it was during the daytime. He had a very bad experience. It's not my experience. It was an experience from a blogger, Indian blogger. You look, these Liberian people are very lazy, and the guy was saying that I need to sleep at 11 a.m. in the morning, and I will charge you $6 for only 15 kilometers.
Okay, so
So he had a bad experience.
is something that is based on individual.
Okay.
I have similar experience in India. Well, when we were coming, we stopped at Delhi,
Okay.
booked the plane, not plane, but the train, and then we came. But then from our location, because we did not book, but we stopped the guys and they charged us m- twice than the money.
Okay.
And so
You didn't bargain?
no, because we did not know,
Okay.
and we never had an app to help us to book.
You never had an Indian friend with you?
No, no. So
So how much you paid that time?
well, it's not been recorded, but like I said, when we realized, we got to understand that they were charging us twice the
Twice.
money.
Okay.
All right. For example, if you have to pay 50 rupees, it was 100.
Okay.
So if you are not booking online, they will have you pay lots of money. So it is similar to Liberia. If they see that you are not a Liberian, the bad guys will say this is a rich guy, man. He comes from Oxa. He looks like he's a money guy. So they will overcharge. But among them, there are also good people.
Good people, honest
that
people, right?
that will also say, look, they will charge you the original price.
Okay.
And we also met similar people here.
Yes.
So
General-
we met a guy that is riding a bike, and he charged us just exactly for what has been paid online.
Okay.
And then we went and said, but this guy is good.
Okay.
And also he started to encourage us. He said, this is it, but there are also bad guys that will also go the wrong way. So he also gave us that advice. Similar thing is also happening in my country.
David, just tell me why Liberia is still very poor. It's one of the poorest country in Africa, in West Africa.
Like I said, the mindset of leaders is the problem, because most of our leaders travel and see that there are developed countries. They travel to India, China, America.
Mhm.
They see that these countries are developed, they are clean, and they follow the pattern of leadership. They get back and they don't also implement.
Okay.
I also have a blame on us, the local people.
Okay.
Why? Because we, the locals, during election, we do not vote the right people, but because during electionary periods,
Hmm.
they give us cash, they give us rice. So we say, oh, this guy is good. 1 year to election, you will see all of the politicians coming into the counties and providing these things that they did not do 2, 3 years ago. And so we get carried away by what they did of recent. So we as voter, we see just the person, we do not see ahead.
Okay.
And so at the result, we vote the wrong people. And if we vote, it will pass 6 years
Okay.
before another election. So if the wrong person is in that seat, 6 years suffering. But if Liberians will look at the future and say, look, we are not voting based on you are my friend,
Okay.
you are my brother. No, we are not voting based on sentiment. We are not voting based on political background. We are not voting based on religious background. We are voting because the person is capable, the person is competent,
Mhm.
the person can deliver based on the person's background, based on what the
Yeah.
persons have done in the past. Maybe they were born in a little village. What
Okay.
have they done in that village? Some of them travel in America 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Okay.
Time for election, that's the time they're coming back into the country to participate. So if even you are in you have gone abroad, what are you doing back home?
Okay.
So we do not look at some of these things, but we vote because they are broadcast immediately and provide temporary scholarships. So we get carried away. If my country that is the odious country should develop, I must put the country first. But most of them have the personal interest, what I would benefit, what I can give my family, not forgetting about the majority that need to benefit.
Okay.
And so the personal greed,
Mhm.
the personal focus of our politicians makes the country is not flourishing and lots of these things. But Liberia, with the kind of resources Liberia has, Liberia should be among the best country that are developed. We should not be around developing countries. We should be a developed country.
Yeah.
My country can do better.
Yeah,
My
it's a fact.
country is on path with having its mistake corrected. And so because of this, like I said, lots of Liberians have gone abroad to study and get back to the country to develop the country.
Okay.
And again, Liberia can only get developed when the central government say, look, I think the country will not get developed now, but we can sponsor most of our Liberians to go abroad, study, and come back and take over the country and have a very productive infrastructure, education, what we can have these kind of system put in place. But when we are saying, oh, let it educate themselves and come back, no. Most of us Liberians are from the poor background.
Okay.
It's even a dream to see myself in India
Hmm.
because the income of my parents cannot even get me a plane ticket. Let's to talk about school fees. Let's to talk about my daily upkeep at the various areas I go. So it means that because majority of Liberians are poor, in fact, they have just a meal within a day. They cook just one time. Where India we eat 4 times. Right. In the morning, in the afternoon, evening, and late evening.
Okay.
4 times.
4 times.
And so in Liberia, just one time.
Okay.
So when you cook in the morning,
Once a day you have your food there,
once a day, once a day,
and throughout the day you feel hungry, right?
you
How
feel.
you manage your
So
stomach?
what happened? What happened? Some people will take just tea and little bread in the morning. Then they have one meal. Sometimes they get home and eat, or their wife bring their food to their working place, eat portion, keep portion for the evening. It means that Liberia is having some little problem, because comparing it with other countries like India, my new experience, when I get back home, it will be a bit difficult, because when I do not eat at a specific time.
You have gained weight?
Oh yeah, yeah. So you see that when I came to India, this was not my body.
Okay.
I've actually gained some. Yeah, so it's something that is encouraging. And when my family see me, I say, "Wow, Hezekiah is getting."
Okay. And let me tell it to my audience, ଦର୍ଶକ ବନ୍ଧୁ, ଡେଭିଡ୍ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଯେଉଁ କଥା କହିଲେ, ମୁଁ ଆଉଥରେ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହୁଛି ଯେ ତାଙ୍କ ଦେଶରେ ଦିନକୁ ଥରେ, ମାନେ ଅଧିକାଂଶ 90% ଲୋକ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଧନୀ ନୁହନ୍ତି, ପାଖାପାଖି ଦିନକୁ ଥରେ ରୋଷେଇ କରନ୍ତି, ଥରେ ବି ଖାଆନ୍ତି। ଆଉ ଆମର ଏଠି ଯେମିତି 4 ଥର 4 ବକ୍ତ ଖିଆଯାଏ, ଏଠି 56 ବ୍ୟଞ୍ଜନ ହୁଏ, 56 ଭୋଗ ହୁଏ, ଲୋକ 10 ଥର ବି ଏଠି ଭାରତରେ ଖାଆନ୍ତି। ତାଙ୍କର ସେଠି ସେମିତି ସିଷ୍ଟମ ନାହିଁ। ସୋ ଆମେମାନେ ନିଜକୁ ଭାଗ୍ୟଶାଳୀ ମନେ ରଖିବା ଦରକାର, ମନେ କରିବା ଦରକାର। ଯାହା ହଉ, ଈଶ୍ୱରଙ୍କ ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦରୁ, ଜଗନ୍ନାଥଙ୍କ ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦରୁ ଆମକୁ 4 ବକ୍ତର ରୁଟି ଆଜ୍ଞା, ଭାତ ଆଜ୍ଞା ମିଳିଯାଉଛି। ସୋ ଏମିତି ବି ଦେଶ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଖାଦ୍ୟ ପାଇଁ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରଗଲ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ସେ ମୋ ପାଖରେ ବସିଛନ୍ତି, ତାଙ୍କ ସହିତ ସେ ହିଁ ଘଟୁଛି। ସେ ସେଇ କମ୍ପାରିଜନ କଲେ ଯେ ଏଠୁ ଗଲା ପରେ ସେଠି ପୁଣି ଅବସ୍ଥା କ'ଣ ହବ ଜାଣିବା ଦରକାର। ସୋ ଡେଭିଡ୍, ଆଇ ୱାଜ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟ sharing my audience that we should value food, we should value what we get, but at times, very practically, we don't behave like that.
Before your question, India is one of the most populated country in the world.
Yeah, we have a population of
Eh?
150 crore plus.
So you see that I have not experienced majority of Indian having the shortage of food.
Even we
Shortage.
have a lot of people below poverty line,
Yes.
BPL. But India is currently getting developed. We will be one of the biggest superpowers in the current scenario in the coming future.
I have come to understand that is because you have taken certain sector as priority.
Yeah.
When you can feed yourself without depending on other countries to get in food, it means that country is heading for lots of good things. India is one of those countries. I think Liberia can follow some path of India in terms of improving most of the sectors. Because if we are saying agriculture is the bedrock of a country and we cannot feed ourselves, we have imported food, we have these coastal foods. So it means, in fact, the health of the person also, it has some dark feature, because we cannot feed ourselves as a country, as an independent country, not ordinary country, independent country. If we depend on imported rice and other things, it means there is a dark cloud. But I know that the government is working tirelessly to have Liberia self-sufficient in terms of food production. All right. So if these local foods are provided, or if farmers are educated, they are best supported with maybe microloans, maybe the tools, the technology, and lots of the support. If they are provided and given government support,
Okay.
I think that Liberia will be headed somewhere. I also see that the educational system in their places at number one. These are areas that if you want a country to be developed, when you can take care of your citizens' stomach, their health, their education,
Correct.
and their needs and wants, I think there are lots of good tools in the future. And I know my country will get there soon.
Yeah, best wishes for Liberia, best wishes for West Africa, and we'll be happy to see you growing, prospering in the near future.
Definitely.
David, there's something interesting I should ask you. I was just reading over, and I came across a name, Smell No Test. It's a village in West Africa. Smell No Test.
Yeah.
It's a funny, unique name. Please tell me something about that. Smell No Test.
This similar notice is not actually a village. It is a town. It's located in Magibi County.
Okay.
And Magibi County also have capital city, Akata.
We have a place in our country, Calcutta, neighboring state to Odisha.
Okay. According to history, in between 1935 to 1945,
Okay.
there was World War II.
Yeah, 1939 to 1945 in
Yes,
fact.
yes.
Yeah.
World War II got subsided. There were soldiers, the army, the American
Yes.
came in Liberia and settled down around Magiri County. Magiri is around the Rabos International Airport.
Okay.
So they settled around there. They came along with their food stuff.
Hmm.
Citizens around that vicinity, when the Americans are cooking their food,
Tasty food, right?
yeah, it smells sweet,
Ah,
but they are not tasting it.
okay.
So the Liberians around there,
They were not allowed inside to enter that prison.
no, the thing is, when I'm cooking my personal food, I'm cooking it for me. I'm not cooking it for you.
Yeah.
So you will smell it all day.
Ah.
You will not taste it. And so majority of the citizens around there, often they smell the sweet scent of the food, and they are not tasting it.
So the place got a name, smell no taste.
So no
And the Americans were guarding the rubber plantation there, right?
Yes, yes.
Something like that.
But what I know, they settled there and they started cooking the sweet scent food. Liberians started to smell, and they could not taste the food every time. So they say this one is smell, no taste. So they smell it, but they will not have a taste of it. So it just grew out as a name of the area, smell, no taste.
Achha, I've heard about another funny incident that fuck no pay.
So
Is it true?
So, so let me reserve comment on that. But I will give you another name that is considered as you have to dance to the tune of the music.
You have to dance to the tune of the music. Okay?
Yes, dance to the tune of the music. That is when I came in here. Usually, we don't take all our footwear when we are entering any area.
Okay.
Okay. So even in our bedroom at the door, we just take off and then place it somewhere. Sometimes we enter in our bedroom with our footwear. But when I came here, what did I do? I saw people taking off their footwear at the entrance. So I also left mine. So I also danced to the tune of the living activities here.
उसको उड़िया में बोलते हैं, हिंदी में भी बोलते हैं. You speak in उड़िया or हिंदी or in Indian accent or Indian language. जे देशे जाई से देश फल खाई. The country you visit, you have to eat those fruits, right? You have to get adjusted to the environment, to the serenity, to the culture. You have to dance to the tune of the music.
So yeah. Like India has 4 seasons. My country got 2 seasons. India is hotter than my country.
Oh,
Yes. So I stand to be corrected. In my country, is 26 degree.
okay.
Okay. India is about 46 degree.
Yeah, we have a temperature of around 46, 47 degrees in the summer in the hot
So
season.
you see that it doubles my country temperature.
Okay.
So it means at that time I will have to either be in my hostel where I have both fan and air conditions. I put all 2 on so that I can feel home.
Great. Okay, David, I should ask you about this very popular dance from this Africa region that is called the Zangbeto. Heard we have seen videos over YouTube over the internet about the typical dance, and people say that the costume, the palm costume, it's like the tree structure, and there is no one inside, but the structure itself dancing. What about it? Is there any black magic? Is there any supernatural powers inside the costume?
There are cross section of views. Others believe that spiritual activities.
Yep.
And others believe that it is a custom of that particular sector. There are lots of views, but all we can say is that it is a custom for a particular sector.
Okay.
And
Is it popular in West Africa, in Liberia?
No, it is popular in West Africa, partially in Liberia.
Okay.
But in Liberia, it is being restricted to the Sandy and the Poro society.
Okay.
Now, the one that often come out maybe during market day to perform, you call it guild devil. Guild devil. And the guild devil also has two categories. You have the long devil
Okay.
and short devil.
Hmm.
The one you see very high, I think I seen your photo, very high.
Yeah.
That is a long devil. It comes during market day and then perform. People maybe give some cash and what have you. That is occasional entertainers. Okay. So don't ask me whether it is him or I don't know. All right.
What's
But
the reality? Is there any man inside?
like I said, that is a custom, and if you're not part of that custom, you is not for public consumption. What is for public consumption is to see the performance or the performances. They want to entertain, and maybe they want to have fun. They want to raise fun for their personal use and what have you.
Okay.
But the major thing is they are going for entertainment purpose.
Okay.
Now,
Have you ever been a part of that Zangbeto dance?
well, I have witnessed their performances.
Okay.
Okay, and it's enjoyable. In fact, it is on the internet, so it means that that portion is for the public consumption.
Is there any sort of spiritual black magic involved there?
Well,
Is it the reality, or is it to fool the people around the internet?
you also see that during their performances, sometimes they are not in that dress code. You see the himo like my very self.
Okay.
That is the black magic or what have you. They cut off their tongue and place it back. They cut their ears. They take off their eye and place it back. Yeah, that is a magic. Okay.
Okay.
That also is being performed in the public, in the open.
Okay. They
And
cut their tongue
their tongue, they cut it off.
live.
Everyone around the CA, they cut it off, hang it, and then place it back. Magic.
How it happens?
They know. I've seen it cut and then place it back. Magic.
Blood comes out? No.
Blood comes up and they hang it
Okay.
and then place it back. Sometimes they place a particular thing like a white cloth in a box. They open the box, they see nothing is in the box,
Okay.
and place like a cloth or any other object. They place it there. Sometimes when they say okay, it will turn to money.
Ah.
Yeah. Sometimes they allow him to lay eggs. That is a magic. I don't know the duty of it.
Okay.
That's a magic. But what have been taught in our Liberian schools, the Sunday and the Poro society.
Okay.
The Sunday is for the female. That is the women's society. Now, let me talk about the male society. That is the Poro society. According to our study, students go into this bush school. It's considered bush school.
Okay.
Before then, students will spend 4 years.
Okay.
When students get into this bush school, they learn how to set traps, bush trap. They learn how to make farm,
Okay.
agriculture. They learn how to fishing.
Okay.
Okay. They learn how to cut palm. Do you have palm here?
Yeah.
They learn how to cut palms. They learn how to plant mat.
Okay.
They learn how to be good husbands.
Okay.
They learn how to be head of the home.
Okay.
They learn how to respect their women. They learn how to train their children. These are things we learn in the school. Now, for the females, they learn how to be a good cook.
Okay.
You have some women that maybe have not gone into that school. When a cook is not tasty,
Okay.
yeah, when you put one spoon in your mouth, no, you feel bad.
Okay.
But students that have attended that school, they are a good cook, they are good wives,
Okay.
they know how to respond to their partners in the public.
Okay.
They will not disrespect their partners.
Okay.
They learn how to greet their partners. They learn how to take care of their children, to be good child or children in the future. They learn lots of good things. They learn how to fishing. Of course, when you come out, you become a good husband, you become a good wife.
Yeah, and practicing black magic, praying to the departed soul. Is it a regular practice in West Africa, in Liberia?
So praying to those that have passed off. Other culture we have to practice that. But what I can say is that in Liberia, there is a particular holiday that the entire country
Okay.
moved
Okay.
in remembrance of the lost ones.
Okay.
So there is that holiday. We consider it as Decoration Day. So when that day comes, everyone goes into the cemetery and clean the area, have the area painted, put good flowers, and then they remember their lost ones. Some of them cry and say,
Okay.
"Look, we miss you," and so stuff
Yeah.
like that. But this is the holiday Liberians observe. But other than that, I have limited idea on that. But what I do have idea on is Decorations Day in Liberia.
So, David, just share me anything. Every place, every locality has their own slangs, their own bad words. When you get irritated, when you get frustrated, and when you feel angry, you feel like speaking anything to your friend. So, are there any popular slangs from Liberia?
There are lots of slangs in my country. The way I grew up,
Okay.
I wouldn't follow those slangs. Even if I angry, I wouldn't allow society to control me.
Yeah.
Example, as a future leader, so I will always follow those positive things that I see in society. What I can speak to is that there are what we consider as jargons or
Jargons.
yeah,
Okay.
broken English.
Okay.
Majority of Liberians understand, but it is not standard. For example, if we are communicating and you say something I did not understand,
Okay.
I would say
Eh?
eh,
Eh?
E-H-N, and. So it means that I did not understand you. I want you to repeat.
Even in Odia, we also eh?
So if, that is, but instead of English, you will say, what did you say?
Okay.
Pardon me?
Okay.
So you could say that, but in our local broken English, we say and. When you are also saying something that is not truth,
Okay.
we say dala.
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 Dala means what?
D-A-L-R-E. It means it's not true.
Okay.
That is lie.
Okay.
But
The
say
lie.
dala.
Okay.
Dala.
Dala.
Not true.
Okay. Okay.
Right? So there are many of this. When someone called you, instead of you saying I am coming, you say I coming.
I coming.
I coming.
Okay. Okay.
So it's capital I with coming.
Okay.
But the right word is I am coming.
It's a colloquial part of the English speaking, right? Yeah.
So
But that's the good part of yourself you shared. And if you are between your friends, you hang out with your friends in your village and you're enjoying having a drink party. So you drink?
no, I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Okay.
Why should I got friends that participate in that? Now, a jargon, we know jargon is something that maybe is only been understood by a particular set of people.
Okay.
Now, for example, if you are talking about a girl,
Hmm.
you do not want for her to understand, there is a particular way you coins it. For example, you say ma forfait.
Made for free.
Yeah, ma forfait.
Okay.
So either you got the girl and she agreed, and you know took difficulties in getting her. That's your forfait.
What's the meaning of my forfeit?
Forfait is either my blessing or something that I did not suffer for, but I got it. Maybe you are working and you found money. Either that is your forfait or that is lose ma.
Lose smart.
Yeah, lose ma meaning you did not work for it,
Okay.
but you got it. So it's lose ma. You can use it anyhow.
Mhm.
All right. So lots of them.
In India, in your college, you have your forfeit?
The culture allowed me not to get a forfeit, and again, I feel good about it because I don't want to be a cheat.
David, just share me the truth. Indian girls, Odia girls are more beautiful, or African girls are more beautiful?
There is this popular saying that the beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Uh-huh.
You will not tell me that, look, David, your woman is not fine.
Okay.
because you are not seeing what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Maybe you are just seeing the physical morphology.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing beyond that. I'm seeing the physical, I'm seeing the character, and lots of them. For the beauty, it depends on who is carrying the beauty and how that person is looking at the beauty. But there is nothing that God made is ugly.
Okay.
Every human, good to go.
Okay. If we talk about your university, KIIT University, so girls are beautiful, right?
Girls are beautiful. Not only Kids University,
Okay.
all those I've seen, they are beautiful. Now, there are categories of human. Now, when they pierce you, blood will come red. When they pierce me, red blood will come. But we do not have the same color. Okay, we do not have the same culture. So it means that we are made perfectly in our own standard.
Hmm.
So others will say black is beautiful. Others will say the Indians are beautiful. So why is true that I'm from Liberia? Also in Liberia, you have tall guys, you have short guys, you have huge guys, you
Okay.
have black guy, you have less skinny. You have, if I in my country, where you consider as Grand Bassa, you have less skinny people like you.
Okay.
Yeah, they are there. So categories of culture or physical look. In
Okay.
India, you will find girls that they are fat, they are have the big bottom, they have the sling, they are beautiful faces, they have black faces, they have long nose, they have, you just name it. But on the overall, beautiful girls are found everywhere. Beautiful guys, handsome guys are also found everywhere.
David, have you ever felt like in KIIT or any of your batchmates or your school classmates, have you felt like proposing someone? Hey, girl, I like you. You're so beautiful. You're so pretty.
Well, I would say, look, you are beautiful. You are my kind of female, but hey, I'm already engaged. So I would say how I feel about you, but don't mind it. It's just something that I'm feeling as you speak it out, but I am not interested. That look, I do not want to be a cheat. So identify that I left someone back there.
If any Odia rich girl approaches you and say that, David, I like you so much. You have a very strong character. You're a beautiful human being. It's not about the complexion. It's not about the height or your body contour. I want to marry you. So yes.
No,
ତମେ ଆମ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଜୁଇଁ ହବ କି?
no, because the fact is, I am not actually going to get someone that because of their money, their status. No,
Okay.
I'm getting someone, or I have gotten someone because what I think the person and I can work. I believe the portion of the Bible that says men are the head of the home.
Okay.
Okay. Why is true that if the woman may come in with some capital, the woman may come in with some help, but the men remain men.
Correct.
And so they are the head of the home. And so regardless of your status, you as woman, you must submit.
Okay. Men will be men.
Men will be men. These are cross-cutting views. I'm yet to understand about the cultural practices about how you get into an affair with either a male or female, how you go about with your weddings, and what are there are specific proceedings. How is it like in India?
Look, David, in India, we have a very rich culture. Polygamy in India is not allowed.
Ah,
It's a crime in India, and you can be prosecuted under the law. So usually in India, we have a practice of a single man and single wife. People here also cheat their wives, their husbands. We love once, we marry once. So in India, we follow this culture. But yes, there are people in India who maintain 2 to 3 wives, but that's not legally.
ah.
That's very, very rare. So our marriage tradition is very good. But yes, we have a dowry system over here.
Ah.
And the government is currently fighting, spreading awareness to fight this dowry system. Some people misutilize the dowry system. So dowry should be prohibited. Dowry should be banned. Dowry should be stopped. the government is trying. They're spreading awareness through this all these campaigns, through many programs.
There is this saying, I don't know what is true in India. It is the females that propose to the male.
No. It's nothing like that.
Uh,
Anyone can propose anyone.
okay.
If you accept my proposal, that's okay. And sometimes we get, we get very angry, we get frustrated. Why she or he rejected my proposal? And then crime happens.
Hmm.
You can take any bad steps. Love is something you cannot force someone to love you, right?
Yeah.
It's something pious. You should come out of the heart.
There is this in my country of recent. There was a huge counterclaims. Some group of religious people wanted to dose gay marriage. Gay marriage. It was seriously rejected, and it have gone into silence. So India, where's India?
Gay marriage, no. Homosexual marriage is still a taboo in India. People here are also bisexual, transgenders, trans male, trans female, lesbians, gay, and they have been demanding the government that gay marriages, lesbian marriages, homosexual marriages should be legal. But the current government, they have made it illegal. It's still banned, but it's practiced illegally. It's practiced very secretly. But we do have a very respect, very good respect for this third gender. So gay marriage is illegal in India currently.
Another concern when I came into India, when I'm speaking to an Indian,
Okay.
they are shaking their head.
Uh-huh.
I thought they are saying no.
It's called nodding.
Yeah, it's not. So in Liberia, we do like this.
Yes.
Yes, meaning we concur
Huh.
with you. But in India, it's like this.
Even though you also do like this.
But majority,
I think something bouncing back. Your language is bouncing back. Yes. No. Yes.
no, not only me, even Indian to Indian, they are talking. I say, yeah, bus.
Acha, bus. Okay. Bus is like, okay.
Yeah.
Done. Bus.
Yeah.
Done. Any Odia good friends here?
Yeah, I have lots of friends, male friends, female friends.
Okay.
Although we don't move together like the female friends.
Okay.
Doing class like Rajib. Rajib is one of my best friends. You have Subranzu. Subranzu is one of my best friends. Joy.
Okay.
Joy is one of my best friends. And the females, you have Prachi, Joretta. The names are difficult to pronounce. That's why you find most of my Indian friends don't know my full name.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I said David is good for them.
Okay.
And remember, my traditional names are not there. My local name is Njomalu.
Jomalu.
Yeah, Njomalu.
Okay.
So it means, what's my doing?
Okay.
Yeah. So if you are accusing me negatively, what have I done to you? What's my doing?
Okay.
What is my doing?
Okay.
That you are speaking lies
Hmm.
about me. What's my doing?
Okay.
Njomalu.
Okay. In Odisha, when you visit local stores during the daytime or in the evening for any grocery items or for any local snacks, how you communicate with these people?
Well, we use a sign language.
Sign language.
Sign language.
Okay.
Sometimes we use a pointer means. The good thing about India, most of the groceries, the price is on the product.
Yeah, printed on the product. Yeah.
Yes.
MRP.
And if it's not also there, the scanner is there
Okay.
that will identify, give you detail about this product. And so you will not find it difficult to ask the Indian business guy about, do you have this? Everything is been displayed.
Okay.
You just find it
You
and
can
then
see and just
go for it
Okay.
and move ahead. Now, I also want to talk about the learning atmosphere in India. I feel that the government have done extremely well in giving education to the citizens or to learners
Yeah.
the best way.
you understand what your lecturer teaches you? Explains
yes,
you?
Yes, majority of my lecturers are good in English when they are saying something in English. Sometimes when they place it in the other in the local language, sometimes I just smile. I actually admire it, although I don't understand it. And I think this is a good channel. And if I should also take or recommend something to my government, I think this is a good educational pattern.
Yeah.
That is, if I'm from Bone County
Okay.
and the major local language spoken in Bone County is better,
Okay.
let teachers or instructors or lecturers should have a special session that they will be taught the local language so that they can teach the students when they are teaching in English and the students cannot understand, put it in a local language. When I'm from Ground Bassa
Okay.
and I'm a teacher, I should be taught in the local language Bassa so that when I'm teaching, Bassa students will also understand it. Because especially for when you are in a particular sector like agriculture,
Okay.
you are not going to sit in the office only. You are going to communicate with farmers.
Yeah.
So
You have to go into the fields.
right, if you are going to field and the locals cannot understand English, you have to translate it in the local language.
Correct.
So I think if I should recommend anything to my government, I
Okay.
think speaking the local language in the class or teaching the local language in class, it could be one of
Yeah,
those.
this message of yours should reach the authorities, and I think this should be a solution in the near future. So, David, do you feel that you should learn Odia in minimum, our language Odia?
Well, I think it's good.
Are you familiar with this language? Have you learned any Odia words?
Odia words, yes, I've learned few, but I'm forgetful. Like we just spoke about Jagannath, bus. It's it. Said, is it acha? Okay.
Acha.
Pani,
Pani.
water.
Yeah, pani.
Yeah,
is
water. And so it have another one. Let's go. What is it?
Like when you meet someone for the first time or after a long time, like in English you ask, "Hey bro, how you doing?" In Odia, what you say?
Yes.
So when you meet someone, like you met me, you came to my place, and you can say like this, "Hey bhai, bhalo acho to? Kon khabar?
Hey bros, con kocho.
Kon korucho? Okay, kon korucho na, what are you doing?" Like next time you meet someone, the local shopkeeper, the local gupchup vendor, or the dosa wala, you just visit him and say, "Bhai, bhalo acho to? Jai Jagannath, namaskar.
Oh, bye.
Bhalo acho to?
Bye. Boro soto.
Jai Jagannath.
Jagana.
Dosa gote dello?
Dosa kale tola?
Dosa. Give me a dosa.
Okay.
Give me a dosa."
Give me a dosa.
In English, in Odia, you say, "Dosa gote dello."
Dosa gele.
Gote means one.
Gote.
Gote,
Okay,
gote.
gote.
Gote dello means give me.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
I think we'll have Odia class so that you can teach me. That's a nice one.
Odia is a very interesting language. You know, every regional language, it's a bit difficult. And throughout the world, we have been reading and speaking English. English has been the mode of communication for a majority of the countries. But in China, you speak Mandarin. But in India, there are a lot of languages. In Odisha, even we have more than 19 dialects or 20 dialects we speak. And in every 20 to 15 kilometers, you have a change in your dialect. But the prime language of Odisha is Odia.
Odia.
Yeah, it's not Odia, it's Odia.
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 Okay.
Odia.
David, just say, "Mo Odia bhari badhiya."
Mo Odia bhai bariam.
Once more. Mu Odia
Mu Odia.
bhari badhiya.
Bali Bodia.
Joy Africa.
Joy Africa.
Joy India.
Joy India.
Joy means hell Africa.
Oh,
hell India.
Yeah,
It's like it's our motherland, it's our mother country, it's the birthplace. We have a lot of respect to the place, to my birthplace. Okay, David, it has been an interesting discussion. It has been a very long podcast. And David, what's your plan in the coming 2 years in Odisha, in KIIT University?
my plan is to achieve
Okay.
quality education, not ordinary education.
Okay.
Get back to my country, improve the sector, the agricultural sector.
Okay.
And so it also wouldn't come easy because that's my one. But I think it's gonna be a teamwork. I think Liberia will develop. Liberia stand a better chance to develop. my intention is not for only my family.
Okay.
My intention is for a betterment of my country. And because I was sent by the head of the citizens of Bone County District number 5,
Okay.
I also gave the assurance that, look, my development, my starting point will be from Bonk, because every other thing should have a starting point.
Hmm.
And so Bone County District number 5 will actually benefit when God helps us to have some leading heads in the areas of agriculture, even
Okay.
in the area of education, where we're going to train people. The little we've learned, I think we're going to also have an impact in society, and society will judge us.
It was great talking to you. Great knowing your family. Great knowing your country.
Yes.
And David, lots of cheers, lots of best wishes from our side, from India, from Odia people. A lot of good endeavors for your future. You may grow, prosper, and just remember, we'll soon connect, making good films, making good content for the people of Odisha, for the people of India. And what was your experience coming here, giving us time, and expressing yourself?
Every moment in my life, I pray that God will connect me with people that will expand my knowledge, so that I can also help others that need, and I can serve as role model, because all eyes on me. What kind of change can he
Okay.
make? So through this medium, others will feel inspired to have a next step, to focus on Liberia,
Okay.
to focus on their country. You may not be from Liberia, but you should have a mindset of country love.
Okay.
You should be a developer. An improved mindset is a good nation builder.
So before you wind it up, I have another last question.
Yeah.
I can see this saffron color, gerua color, orange color costume. This dress, it looks beautiful. So any specialty about this costume?
This particular wearing, I first wore it on wedding occasion.
Wedding occasion. Okay.
Yes, I stood in a wedding,
Hmm.
and we used this. In my country, each of the counties have their own color,
Okay.
dominant color.
Okay.
So in Lofa, you have dominant green.
Okay. Dominant green. Okay.
Dominant green. In Bonk, you have a dominant orange.
Okay.
Okay. Bon County is kind of country that they use dominant orange to identify that they are
Okay.
from a specific
Okay.
county. So even in their local flag, each of the county has their own flag. So in the flag, there is a dominant orange. And in the wearing, there is also dominant orange.
You know, David, like this dominant orange in Odia or in Hindi or in Hinduism, we call it gerua.
Gedua.
Gerua.
Gedua.
It's a symbol of Hinduism. It's a symbol of energy. It's a symbol of redness. So nice to know about you.
But
So David, Jai Jagannath.
Jagannath,
Thank you. Namaskar.
thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay. কালকে দেখা হবে সো ফ্রেন্ডস দর্শক বন্ধু ইয়ে ডেভিড ଥିଲେ କିଟ୍ର MBA ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଅନୁରୋଧ ଯଦି ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସବସ୍କ୍ରାଇବ୍ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି ସବସ୍କ୍ରାଇବ୍ ନିହାତି କରିବେ କାହିଁକି ନା ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟିଆ ସାକ୍ଷାତକାର ରେକର୍ଡ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ହେଲେ ବହୁତ ପଢ଼ିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡ଼େ ବହୁତ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡ଼େ ବହୁତ ପାମ୍ପଡ଼ ବେଲିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡ଼େ ପୁଣି ଦେଖା ହେବ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଏପିସୋଡରେ ନେକ୍ସଟ ପଡକାଷ୍ଟରେ ସି ୟୁ ସୁନ୍ ଟେକ୍ ଗୁଡ୍ କେୟାର ଅଫ୍ ୟୋର ସେଲ୍ଫ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ଜୟ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ ନମସ୍କାର
Jai Jagannath. Namaste.